All right, YouTube. Once again, we're coming to you. How's everybody doing? This is going to be a daily reminder, not a daily, but just a reminder with our current situation and everything going on. I'm just getting some daily tasks in, and this sparked creativity, sparked my inspiration. Tells you how much what I need to get inspired, right? But just a reminder, because I think this is something that people try to harp on all the time. I mean, there's the old saying, don't believe anything you hear and only half what you see. And I think it's going to apply to a lot of things coming up and a lot of things that we're dealing with now. And you can call it your equine or bovine excrement or even pig excrement, what we're dealing with here, or whatever. But especially here on the YouTube, and that goes from my channel and Tony's channel and everybody else's too. 90% of it is this stuff right here. If it's as far as usefulness, you know, you gotta, half the time we're just getting stuff off our chest and just relieving pressure in our brain, you know, doesn't make it useful. But the same with all the misinformation stuff. There's always a grain of truth to everything. The hard part is separating that 10% out there that is useful information and can be applied by yourself. And so I would challenge everybody to find that 10% of the stuff you watch, stuff you consume, find that 10% that's useful, discard the rest as fertilizer, right? So that's my word of wisdom for the day. I think it's definitely applies. It's like the emoji that was it's going to be the thumbnail for this, right? That started off as the ice cream emoji. Well, that didn't last long, did it? It got manipulated and changed to what the masses and the crowd demanded. You're going to see a lot more of that stuff. You got things like Ocasio-Cortez calling for basically invasion of the South, that they must be righted. I got into a little brief exchange on the Twitter sphere. They're creating their own form of Q on the left right now. It's like coming out of the closet. It may have existed before, but like their side of Q is coming out of the closet right now. They're talking about Alabama, Mississippi, all these states must be righted and must serve, justice must be served. Like Grant didn't destroy them enough, right? These people are living 150 years ago. It's bizarre. So they're going to be putting out their own agendas and information. It's only just like Q. You're going to have to separate the wheat from the chaff, the fertilizer from the good stuff, and figure out what they're really going after. Because obviously that's, you know, the only thing I can hope is I'm still hoping for Texas secession, but you see the stories on Texas secession, well, that's 90% fertilizer, and what's the 10% truth, right? So take it with what you can. Don't get yourself wrapped around and hooked to one horse, right? Be flexible, semper gumby, all that good stuff. Because there's definitely a lot of stuff getting pushed around that is concerning. You got to take it for what it's worth. It's like the overwhelming National Guard response, right? It's like overwhelming overkill, like not even close to being practical. But yet these people are supposed to be somewhat concerned about money. Well, they're not. They're not concerned about people too, because they just made a big X for any target out there, right? Like, why would they do that? Trying to sift through the fertilizer and the good stuff. So there's some thoughts today, folks, as we're finishing up moving some fertilizer, getting ready for the garden coming up this year. And just thought I'd throw that out there as we'll try to continue to push forward in our AO and keeping our eyes outboard and trying to figure out what in the world is going to happen next. Or at least be prepared for what comes next, right? Prep hard, live free.